Jacob, thanks for taking some time to chat today. I'm here with Jacob Van Leuven from QMerit. Going to talk a little bit about design and stuff, and we'll just dive right into it. What originally got you thinking about design?
I've always been like a creative person. Like I used to do like model planes and stuff when I was a kid. I've always been like, somebody who makes my own stuff. I'd rather make something than buy it. So I don't know. And then I also was really into like commercials and stuff. Rather than TV, like during the Super Bowl, I'd watch commercials. Like that's why I'd watch football.
Yeah.
So I got into advertising for in Cal State Fullerton, and then from there just kind of progressed more into the design aspect of it and a little deeper into design, and design being useful rather than deceptive. And so that was incompatible with advertising, but
Gotcha.
it does make a lot of sense as far as like marketing's concerned. So yeah, I kind of got lucky that my little brother actually started working at the company I work at now, but he recommended I go into UX knowing all my skills that I had. And so it was like a perfect fit.
Nice. So you and your brother are both at QMerit, and you're a UX designer there. What do you work on, kind of day to day, and why is that important to the QMerit product?
So what I work on day to day is mostly mock-ups, like future-based mock-ups, because the design, especially in user experiences, we're at least a few months in advance of what the product actually is. So mostly
we're talking kind of designers and then developers.
Yeah, designers and developers.
Okay.
So the developers are usually working on like the mock-ups that we've created months ago. And so we're also doing support for that. And like providing assets and certain things or answering questions, but then also working on like, product vision, like a few months from now, like where do we want to be? So it's a lot of hypotheticals. So mostly that in like user journeys and other things.
That's got to be fun. So you're kind of a futurist.
Yes.
Nice.
Very much
That's
so.
cool.
A futurist and a reiterist.
A futurist and return, revisionist, history kind of person, look at it from the new lens and I guess see if some updates need to be made. So you mentioned going to Cal State Fullerton, now working, at QMerit in Irvine. What is the design community like in Orange County?
I haven't interacted with it too much. I've been to a few UX OC meetups. So far, like everybody's pretty friendly and pretty helpful with each other. What was really cool at the last OC UX meetup, like before COVID, back when you could, was that we all had like an exercise, and it was good to really like actually go through a design exercise with peers that you had never met, because I'm used to my team. I know their skill sets and their tendencies. So it was interesting to do an exercise where we were designing a hypothetical product in like an hour or two, but just to collaborate and hear other people's ideas, versus your own, or even like your own assumptions and things. Because like in design, it's unavoidable. Like your empathy only goes so far. But also at the end of the OC UX meetup, there was also like, hey, like who needs a job and who's looking for work? And who's hiring? So I thought that was the coolest part, is even if you don't have a job, maybe don't have the skill set yet, you can also just kind of put your name in the hat. And so I thought it was cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I have been to one of those meetups, and Ryan Bell and his team do a great job, organizing it. They've got a cool little Slack channel too, which I know without, being able to meet in person, it's cool to be able to still interact and still see, some of the virtual events that are going on. I know UCSD actually had a really cool design thinking one earlier this year. So it sounds like, meetups are a great place to start for people that are thinking to get into design. Obviously, with the current situation, that's not really, feasible. There are still some virtual events, but it's not the same. What other tips would you have for somebody who's looking to, make a career out of this and get into a position like yours where, you're having fun thinking to the future?
Yeah. I would say start early. Like there, like you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you you need to study a certain thing to be in UX. Like there should be a natural interest. Like you should want to know about typography. Like some people that is like pulling teeth, but like, you know, for a designer, like you should like, you know, the nitty gritty of what makes a good typeface or like different typeface pairings. That's just one example. But like, you know, marketing language, like how to be a good copywriter, like that would be useful. And also just getting your feet wet with different design, like how to make certain like logos and stuff like that. There's plenty of, you know, YouTube tutorials, like endless YouTube tutorials that you're just like, you know what, I want to know how to crop a background out of an image. Like just go learn that, like do it on your own. It will pay dividends for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember back in the day, I used to do some graphic or poster design for music venues. And all I was doing was just poking around on Photoshop, eventually thinking about like, how could this be done? And then you do a quick Google search and it's amazing. And I still remember the day that I found the lasso tool and I was like, wait, I can pick stuff out and put it elsewhere. This is game changing, because before I was pretty much just taking photos, putting some word art in front of them and then making, you know, changing the opacity a little bit and stuff. So,
Yeah.
cool, man. Well, you know, it's been great chatting with you about, you know, design, and we'll make sure that if anybody's interested, they can find a way to reach out and connect. What is the best way? Do you LinkedIn, Twitter? Do you have a portfolio?
Email is the best.
Okay.
Yeah, just my email that you reach me at.
Cool, cool. Yeah, well, we'll make sure to, you know, maybe not post it publicly. You know, don't want to
Right.
get the spammers and the data scraping going on. But thanks, Jacob. This has been awesome. It's definitely exciting to see where, you know, the Orange County tech and design scene kind of grows to, because we aren't always seen, you know, as one of those spots. But when you kind of look underneath the covers and past kind of surface level, you realize how much tech and design is going on here.
Exactly.
All right, man. Have a great rest of the day.
You too, man. Thanks.